Welcome, fellow freaks, geeks, and nostalgic 90s nerds to my channel, Slime and Slashers, where, yeah, we talk about everything from Nickelodeon slime to horror movie slashers, but plenty of stuff in between. But today, we're doing a throwback because I haven't done one in a while, but it's going to be another vintage horror book haul! We're doing it because we haven't done it in a while. I'm very pumped for you guys to see some of the books that I got a few months ago that I haven't been able to show you yet. So this will be a really fun haul, and I'll see you right back here after the short intro. I'm gonna move my book cart up here. I'm gonna take some from the book cart, take some that I have over here on the side, and we'll get into the vintage finds. I can't wait. Lots of paperback from hell goodies. All right, so without further ado, see you back here in a few seconds. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back! Alright, I'm so excited to go through these vintage finds with you guys. Also, by the way, it's kind of cool because it'll be like a refresher for me. I haven't looked at these books in a while. I bought them and I put them aside so that I could haul them, but it's been quite a while. Some of them I got in August, some of them I got in September, and they're from a multitude of different places, all used bookstores. Alright, I can't wait. Let's just get into it, alright? So the first one, dun dun dun! I'm pretty excited about this one because I love the idea of books about books, and this one's called Book of the Dead by John Tiggs. Let's look at this. Oh, it's such a cool cover. Oh, so lovely. Cool little creepy demon dude coming down, and I like how the cover of the book looks like another cover of a book. It's just like, and the spine looks like, you know, a spine of a hardcover book. Really nice. Love it! Love it. This edition was published by BMI.
Written in blood, bound in ancient leather, the solid gold pages were inscribed with indecipherable markings, symbols that resembled nothing ever created by man. The book lay hidden for eons, patiently waiting to entrap one man with its mysterious beauty, to bend his will to its dark powers. Anyone in possession of the book would be granted treasure and wealth beyond measure, but this tainted prosperity had its price. For the only payment the book extracted was death, and whomever served it would soon find his name written on its golden pages in blood.
So awesome. I'm definitely going to read this one 100%. Seems like a blast. Here we have Dead Time by Richard Lee Byers. This is a zebra book, and yeah, the cover is crazy and cheesy and wacky and really off-putting, actually. This dude has embossed features all over his really gross face. There's some drool there. Oh, sick. Alright, so this one seems kind of fun.
It's time to turn back the clock, and too late to turn back the terror.
And the back also has more.
He crossed the time barrier of the living and entered a dimension ruled by the dead.
Seems like fun, actually. I can't wait to get into it. Alright, this one was published in 1992, so a 90s horror book. Those are always fun. Another 90s book, here we have The Devouring by Douglas D. Hawke. I love this cover. It's kind of simple, but I think it's super effective. I love how the cover looks like a door, and you see this really creepy set of eyes staring out right into your soul. Amazing. This was published in 1994 specifically, and it is a leisure book. And I just also love the really cool coloring. I like how it's kind of neon green against a nice purple door, and then you could see those yellow eyes. So kind of neonish color palette here. This is awesome. One of my favorite books that I found in Jacksonville. I don't know why I like it so much. It's just, you know, the combination of the colors and the simplicity of everything, but it really works. In one of my previous hauls, I actually showed you guys this book already, and I don't even know how to pronounce it really. I think in the last haul, I called it the Hoon again, and you could see there's like a perfume bottle with a ghostly apparition coming out of the bottle itself. This is by J.N. Williamson. This is a BMI edition. I actually found, not at the same time, but I found a leisure edition of the same book. This is still the Hoonigan by J.N. Williamson, and it's a more simplistic perfume bottle with some like fog and mist. I guess it's supposed to be like the spirit. So this is a little more ghostly and ghastly, but I like this edition too, so I had to pick it up, and I love how the spine is labeled Leisure Occult. So I think that's kind of cool, just the differences between the two editions. I think that is worth having both. I'm really happy to add them to my collection. Another leisure book, this is Blood Moon by Mason Burgess. This was published in 1986, and I just really adore the cover. It's got a lot of embossed features here. There's a whole, like, forest, and of course we have what the title is saying, Blood Moon. Bloody.
It thirsts for blood, hungers for flesh, craves the human soul. Give me your soul!
Yet another leisure book, and this one was also published in 1986, just like the book I just showed you. I am super ecstatic about this cover, because once I get it closer to you, you'll see just how badass it is. This is Toyland by Florence Ramey, and I don't even have to know anything about it. The cover blows me away. We've got an evil girl right here on the front of the cover, and she's got some really dark circles under her eyes. Get some sleep, girl! I don't know. But look at these wonderful toy soldiers there. Skeletons! I am just blown away by this one. And the cool thing is, so I like the idea of killer toys. That's the whole reason why I read Toy Cemetery by William W. Johnstone, and also I heard it was crazy. But that cover's okay. It's like a toy clown, like, sitting in front of a tombstone. This cover is, like, what they should have gone for Toy Cemetery. But maybe have, like, instead of the evil girl, have, like, you know, a cemetery behind, like, the toy soldiers that were skeletons. Come on. This cover is amazing.
There's a bad thing in little Todd's closet.
I'm guessing it's these really terrible soldiers, or the soldiers are not in it at all, and it's just, like, you know, some other things, like a demon or something.
Claw marks on the door, something angry trying to get out. His toy carousel plays a song from the past, but not his past.
Heck, yes! This seems marvelous. I really want to get to it. And even if it takes me a while, at least I can be satisfied with looking at this cover! You guys know it's amazing. I think it's amazing. Here we have a book published in 1990, and it's a zebra book. This is Rest in Peace by Jack McLean. And I like the cover a lot. It's just this guy chilling by a cemetery. You can see, like, the outline of a skull here. The glare can get out of here. Yeah, there we go. Look at this skull in the background. And then this guy who looks like the actor from Nightbreed, right here randomly with a blade.
Yo, I want your blood.
I think it's a vampire story, but I'm not sure. Either way, I had to have the cover. I was like, I adore this. Here we have Banished by J.N. Williamson, and I've said this in previous hauls before. J.N. Williamson, sometimes his covers are just out of this world, really fantastic looking, and I think this is one of his pretty cool covers. I mean, it's not the best J.N. Williamson cover I've seen, but it's pretty darn cool. I love the pink on the cover, because you don't get a lot of pinks that are this hue here on a horror book, but here it works. As you can see, this little girl, she's normal here, and she's definitely not normal there. She's almost got like an oozing, melting face with like pustules and like a creepy eye. I like how the two are kind of melding together, the normal and the abnormal face here. And on the back, it's kind of merging them into one image. Really, mostly, it's the disturbing looking face. But it seems like it keeps going that way. Or that way. I like it a lot. Here we've got one with those awesome dyed pages. This one has red dyed pages. This is A Name for Evil. And it's another simple cover. I showed you one other simple cover earlier. I like this one a lot. There's a creepy face here on this tombstone. Like, nice little creepy manner in the background there. This girl's like, oh, I want to know your secrets. I mean, I don't know what she's doing there. I'm just guessing she's trying to learn things. Or she's getting possessed and, you know, under a bad influence of demonic forces or something. This edition was published in the late 60s, I believe. Published by Avon, as you can see right here. And originally, I believe the story was published in like the 40s or much earlier than the 60s. I saw this cover and I didn't know much about the story itself. I just had to get it because I thought the cover was very eye-catching and the colors of it were really cool. And again, you got this red, orangey hue here and the red pages that match. Awesome. Here we have a pair of really disturbing eyes, as you could see, like, "Hey, get out of my house." I'm just guessing it's pretty mad about somebody being in its house. There's a house right underneath the creepy eyes. And this is Addison House by Claire McNally.
Come home if you dare.
I wouldn't come home if this freaking cloud eye dude is waiting for me, or either he's above the house or he's in the house.
What is the secret of Addison House? What happened there so long ago? What grisly drama of obsessive love and hate, of twisted passions condemned to endless replay, over and over, year after year, decade upon decade, until now? Until bright summer morning, Doreen Addison moves in with her gang of orphans, and past collides with present in a tortured nightmare where the dead masquerade as the living, and blood-curdling cries tear through the night again and again and again.
This seems really interesting, actually. This was published by Avon as well, just like the last book I showed you. Here we have The Presence by Yvonne McManus, and this one was published in the 80s, in 1987, and it's a Critics' Choice edition. Really cool. I can't tell if this girl is evil or like an alien. She does have like a glowing forehead. I don't know, but I love the color scheme yet again. I don't know what it is with this haul and pinks, but we had a few books with pink on the cover, like this one also has some nice pink. And I'm not big into pink, but it really works very well against a dark background, and it's very striking. So it really works with this color palette. So I think she might be some kind of other force, and she's getting prosecuted because people know what she can do. This is just a total guess at the story, but look how cool her skirt is. A novel of paranormal psychological horror. Ooh, that sounds like fun. And from the back of the book, it seems like there's a little girl who kind of befriends a spirit of another little girl, and that spirit teaches her how to do strange things. So that's what it seems like is gonna be going on in this story. And that sounds like a good story to me. Here's another 90s horror book. This is Night Sounds by Warner Lee, and it has a very subtle cover as well. But once you look closer, it does kind of look even cooler. There's screaming faces, creepy eyes. I love creepy eyes, but also hate them. It's a love-hate relationship type of thing. A spooky house, and what looks like menacing tree branches reaching out to grab hold of the house from the sea, or this lake, or whatever. It says,
"The voices have let him live. Now they'll make him pray he were dead."
Here's a chunker of a book. This is Household by Florence Stevenson, and I really just loved the cover when I saw it in the bookstore. It's kind of shiny, so it's a little glary, but it looks like another cover that looks like a door, and you could see there's like a knocker, it looks like, and these freaking creepy monster heads. You've got like a vampire, another vampire, kind of like a ghoulie. Maybe he's a vampire too, but that's definitely a werewolf-looking guy. And yes, altogether, it's really badass. I love it. This was published by Leisure. And yeah. Household.
Knock on the door. You might not want to go in.
Alright, so this was published in 1989. I really like it. Just one more look. Fabulous. Okay, just a few more. This is Trinity Grove by David Van Mitter Smith. And this one's really hard to tell what it is, but it looks like there's some kind of object in a forest with a glow behind it and a creepy-ass spider. Spiders, no thank you. They really freak me out. They're animals that I really don't want to mess with. There's the spider, as you can see. He's got like a blood mark on him. Ugh, get out of here, spider. We don't want you around. There's the object I was talking about. Really nice illustration of a forest with some nice glow back there.
Terror grows in Trinity Grove. The forces of an ancient malevolence congregate on the outskirts of the real world. Evil lives in Trinity Grove.
By the way, this one's published by Avon. And it was published in 1990. The theme of this haul, not on purpose, seems to be Leisure and Avon so far. So here we have one not in perfect condition. You can see a crease here, a big old crease there. But I've been collecting quite a few books by Charles L. Grant, and I want to keep my collection growing because I do like his covers quite a bit. I have yet to read him, I must admit, but I will get to his work eventually. I am excited to one day, but who knows when it's actually going to be. But until then, like a lot of these other covers, at least I can enjoy looking at them in the meantime. Alright, so this is The Soft Whisper of the Dead, a classic novel of terror. And it's by Charles L. Grant, as I said. Alright, so this one was published by Berkeley. And it is from 1987, this edition. Originally published in 1982. I like how it's just like a classic-looking vampire. Can't really go wrong with that classic-looking vampire. Here we have Jumpers by R. Patrick Gates, and I do have another book by R. Patrick Gates right back here. You could see my finger pointing at it. It's Fear. It's kind of hard to see. It's a little glary, but that's what's back there. Same author. So when I saw this, I was like, well, I must get it. And this was published by Dell, as you can see here.
They are called Jumpers, able to leap instantly into an alternate reality, a realm of the fantastic, the frightening, and the glorious, where legions of the dead mingle with the living.
This sounds interesting. Here we have Deathscape, and it's published by Diamond in 1992. You can hardly tell what that creature is, but it looks like a winged sea creature. It's kind of a mixture of the creature from the Black Lagoon, but with wings or something. I don't know. Then it looks like a really weirdly shaped skull back there. I don't know. It's like a mixture of things. I'm not really sure, but this creature is disturbing. And it says,
2 victims left for dead, 1 doctor haunted by guilt, 1 girl seduced by darkness. Deathscape.
Can't go wrong with the graveyard. Doesn't matter how elaborate it is or not. In this case, not very elaborate, but I do like a good graveyard on a book cover. And this one has a glowing empty grave in the center. What's gonna go in there? This is Afterlife by Andrew Niederman. And I've been collecting some Andrew Niederman novels. However, I have still yet to find the one I'm really looking for, which is Pin, which hopefully one day I can find because that one's notorious. If you guys have read Paperbacks from Hell, it's kind of one of the big ones they talk about and one of the cool covers that's featured in there, but also the story is disturbing. So yeah, I'm really still looking out for that one, but it's super rare, so who knows if I'll ever find it, but I'm on the hunt. And speaking of Andrew Niederman, I might as well show you the other book I found by him, and it's a doozy! It's a frickin' doozy! It's almost so good that I didn't say frickin', and I just, like, up and curse, which I try not to do on my channel. I don't know why, I don't know. Just in case anybody, like, younger is watching, but I doubt it. But this is Sight Unseen, and the cover will blow you away. I'm building it up, I'm building it up. It's a skeleton cover, so that means you must know who published it. Yeah, you're right, it's Zebra. Alright, so here we go. Yes, yes, yes! Of course it's not in perfect condition. None of my books are in perfect condition, but I don't care. I'm just happy to have it. Sorry about the glare. Look at this freaking fortune-telling skeleton. I'm so excited I can't even speak. Look at this fortune-telling skeleton.
I'll tell you your future!
No! And scared kids. So this cover has it all. It has a scared kid, which is always fun on a cover, and it has a spooky skeleton. Wonderful, marvelous. Alright, here we go. Here's the kid.
Innocent beginnings. Everyone knew that David was a smart one. He could tell you the end of a story from the first sentence. The other kids wouldn't even go to the movies with him anymore. He always spoiled the surprise ending. People were beginning to wonder about David. There is, after all, such a thing as being too smart for your own good. David had learned the hard way to keep his thoughts to himself, even though he was always right. Always. But now David was growing up, and his gift was turning into a power. The power to read people's minds, to see the future, to know things, terrifying things that he didn't want to know, like who would live and who would die.
Here we have a book published by Bantam in 1984. This is Dark Places, and usually I make fun of scared kids on the cover, but this one looks super scared in like a non-funny way, and I think it's a kid. And she's peering over some toys, and the toys are even creepy. So let's take a closer look here. She looks really sad. So I'm not going to make fun of it, because that looks like truly sad and upset. So there's a cracked doll. That in itself is creepy. I'm sure it's supposed to be a good doll, I guess. Even this bear doesn't look so normal to me. He's almost like lounging like,
hey, whatever. You're in for some trouble. This is Dark Places.
this seems like it'd probably be good. I bet you it's on more of the thriller side of things. Terror hides behind a loving husband's darkest secrets. Yeah, more like thriller, like domestic thriller. Still, I was happy to pick this up. And I love covers with teddy bears on them. The last 3 are incredible. Just to let you know, the last 3 are amazing. Just saying. Alright, I'm like trying to figure out which one to leave for last. I think I know which one I want to leave. Okay. So here's a super rare book, not in the best condition, but it's really hard to find Ruby Jean Jensen books. I'm excited to find this one because this is one I definitely want to read, 100% for sure. I'm actually about to read my very first book by her this month. It'll be The Reckoning, and it's from my Nostalgic 90s readathon that's going on right now. If you guys haven't heard about my readathon, please go check out the video where I go over the prompts and reveal my TBR. I'll link it right up here because I'm really pumped. I'm already enjoying it quite a bit. It's a great readathon so far. I think if you guys like the 90s, because all the prompts are based on 90s shows and movies, and in one case, a 90s book series, I think you guys will enjoy the prompts, you know, in general. Alright, so speaking of that readathon and how I'm reading Ruby Jean Jensen, here is House of Illusions, and this is awesome because it's a holographic cover. So, I don't know if you could see. So the guy looks normal here, but he looks like a freaking ghost pirate.
Ahoy, matey! I'm a ghost pirate!
And the kids even change to, like, zombie looking, like you see this one here. That one's easier to see. Whereas now it looks like a normal girl. Creepy? Normal. This kid looks the same. Alright, where are you, creepy dude? Come on, get the angle. There he is! Alright, here he is, creepy.
Hey! Stay out of my house!
Pretty cool. I'm really excited about this. And like I said, I heard the story's awesome. I'm going to be doing a future carnival-themed month of reading, and this has to do with the carnival. I haven't decided what month it's going to be. It's definitely going to be in 2022, so next year. So guys, if you want to pitch a month for this to occur, please pitch away in the comments, because I'd love to know if you guys want to join in, what month you would like to be the carnival-themed month, because I'm going to read this for that, and a whole bunch of other carnival-themed books that I have saved specifically for a whole thematic month of reading, and I can't wait! Alright, so this says,
Amy and Jody had been scared to stay with their dad for the very first time since the divorce, but living with the traveling carnival for the summer turned out to be fun. The glimmering lights on the midway, riding the Ferris wheel, and eating hot dogs and cotton candy for dinner was their idea of pure heaven. Summer terror, but it turned into a hellish nightmare the day Jody stepped into the amazing House of Illusions. It was there that she saw the clowns, with their big red noses, fluffy white hair, floppy shoes, and deadly grins. It was no illusion that these clowns were hungry for death, and when they set out to kill, they weren't just clowning around.
yes! Yes! I can't wait to read this! This is gonna be great. I just know it. I just know it. I'm pretty pumped about that one. Alright, onwards. And we're near the end here, which is very sad. But don't worry, I've got a billion books left to do other hauls with. Alright, so this one's pretty great as well, if I do say so myself. This is The Wanting by Campbell Black.
Come on in. The family is dying to meet you.
So dumb. So corny. I don't know. I'm really in love with the cover. This little blurb on the bottom is quite hilarious, though. Black writes much better than King or Straub. And this is what that kid has to say about that.
Say what?
Uh...
No one insults King.
No, I'm just saying that is a pretty strong statement. I'd have to read this just to find out. I mean, that is pretty hardcore of a comparison, saying that Campbell Black is much better than King. I mean, King's pretty much like one of the most well-known horror authors of all time, and one of the best-selling authors of all time. So, to say that, I don't know. Now I want to read it just because of that blurb. So the blurb does its job, because there's no way it's better. But anyway, the cover is amazing. This, like I said, is The Wanting, and let's look at this creepy family. We've got parents with glowing red eyes. They're obviously not nice. And the kid, I can't tell if he's evil or scared, but he definitely doesn't look normal.
The living, the dying, the wanting. It was the perfect summer home for Max and Louise and their 12-year-old son. The California pine forest was peaceful, silent, isolated, and the old couple who lived nearby just loved to entertain young Denny. It was perfect. Until Louise made a horrifying discovery. Something was happening to her son. Something dark and evil, draining his innocence, twisting his mind, his body, and soul. A nightmare too frightening to believe. But Louise believed it, and only she could bring it to its terrifying conclusion.
I'm evil.
This edition is published by Jove, and it was published in 1987. I believe this was originally published in 1986, probably in hardcover or something. Alright, and last, but definitely not least, I would say it's last but best, and that is dun 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 dun. That's my little sound effect for this whole video, apparently. I don't know why I keep doing it. I guess I'm just so hyped up and excited because I haven't done one of these videos in quite a while, and this one is a great book to end with. This is Dress Up! I don't know why I like it so much. I don't know. This is by E.M. Love, and we've got a scared little girl. She is really, really frightened here. Demon, ghoulish eyes, a freaking drawer with a, like, stupid-looking scary hand. Like, not stupid as in, oh, it's stupid and dumb. Stupid as in, like, stupid scary. Actual scary. Oh, I love witch-clawed hands. It's very, very menacing. And an awesome neon greenish font type for the title, Dress Up. Ugh! And look at this wonderful mirror. Look at the detail in the mirror. Snakes and like a bat-winged demon head. And yeah, like the glass is cracking. I love everything about this. This couldn't be better. This, to kind of round out the whole haul, it makes sense that we're ending with a leisure title because we've seen a lot of great leisure covers and really interesting and intriguing leisure story summaries this whole haul, and so this one's also leisure. And this one was published in 1988. And yeah, the spine is kind of rough, but I don't care! I am so pleased with this one. And this girl, like I said earlier with another cover, sometimes the kids look kind of funny and they don't look scared, they just look ridiculous. This girl looks actually scared. This is a well done illustration here. And very lifelike. She looks horrified, honestly. I mean, the details even in, like, her mouth, you could see, like, you know, the dangly thing on the back of your throat. That's really cool.
Dressed to die. To some, the crumbling old house was a repository of evil, but to Kay and her 2 children, it was a safe haven until the dreams began. Then every groan and creak of rotting timbers took on a sinister significance, and every shadow seemed to harbor a lurking evil. Even more terrifying was the forbidding attic, a cold void that sent chilling tendrils of fear throughout Kay's body, for it was in the attic that she had located the source of her revolting and demented nightmares. An antique mahogany dresser contained something so unspeakable that it threatened not only her life, but the lives of her children and their immortal souls.
Dress Up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is just, I really love it. It's so great. It knocks my socks off. This is a great, great cover. This is how you do a horror cover and stick out from the bunch. Oh, it's so good. And I can't wait to read it because the description sounds very entertaining. I would totally dig into that one. So yeah, that's my haul. I am tempted to keep going, but I don't like to make these uber long, and this one already feels like it's very long. So whatever. That's my style, I guess, and that's my signature, is going super long and being really over the top and ridiculous. I don't mean to be so Chris Farley-like in my, like, excitement and, like, attitude, but apparently I am. I told my friend Elizabeth Sagewood, check out her channel, by the way, it's marvelous. I told her that I'm the Chris Farley of booktube because I'm so, like, energetic where it's like too much and people are like, you're too much. Like, you know, in Tommy Boy where he's like mashing the cars together. That's me when I get excited with books. I'm mashing books together and like getting all crazy and I can't contain it. And then I go, oh my god. Like Chris Farley does in the scene in Tommy Boy, whatever.
And the medic gets out and says, oh my god.
I cannot impersonate him very well, but my kind of attitude feels Farley-ish, which I am not embarrassed to say I'm okay with. I love Farley. He's awesome.
You're driving along, and all of a sudden the kids are yelling from the back seat, I gotta go to the bathroom, Daddy. Not now, damn it. Truck tire. I can't stop. Help! There's a cliff. And your family's screaming, oh my god, we're burning alive! No, I can't feel my legs! In comes a meat wagon! Wee, wee, wee.
My friend Teresa always compares me to him, and I compare her to David Spade because she's very sarcastic and subtle and stuff. But funny still, and cool. Much like David Spade, and a lot of characters he played alongside Chris Farley back in the day. Alright guys, so lots of old school nostalgic awesome covers, and some nostalgic references with that Tommy Boy reference, and also talking a little bit about my Nostalgic 90s Readathon. It's a month meant for nostalgia, November. We're trying to recover from the Halloween blues, because it's over, and I can't believe it, and I have to freaking come to grips with it, but it sucks. And as you can see, I'm really bad, because I have not taken down my Halloween decorations. You could see the garland. Yeah, it's candy corn. I know it's terrible I haven't taken it down. Whatever, it is what it is. Cut me some slack, guys. I don't want it to be over, and also I'm really behind on, like, you know, kind of straightening things up. So that will happen soon, but for now, enjoy one last little glimpse of the Halloween-y, like, you know, decor and background. It's going to be gone very soon, and that makes me sad. But it was a great October, in terms of what I watched, at least. Otherwise, it was a little rocky. But I am happy that we're through the rockiness, and at least I got to accomplish some fun things during the month, and that was really cool. Alright guys, I really appreciate you guys spending your time with me. I say it all the time, but it's true. I know your time's valuable. You choose to watch my videos with that time. Thank you so much. It means the world, honestly. Any new subscribers, welcome, welcome, and thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate you. And to those of you who have stuck with me for a long time, thank you ever so much, even more. I really appreciate each and every one of all of you. And gotta say though, for this time, that's it for me. Till next time, I've got plenty more fun things to come. Until then, keep on killing it, guys. Bye. Thank you.